Because we don't know what we don't know. So
We don't know what we're doing.
nope. But anyway, that being said, my name is Kaylee.
My name's Logan.
And like we said, we don't know what we're doing.
Yep.
Welcome back.
Oh, we're still going.
We're still going. It's been God, 20. I'm like conceptualizing that now. 23.
Yeah.
That is half a year.
Yep.
It is our Kobe year. Just kidding, it's not our Kobe year.
Yeah.
Your birthday will be your Kobe year, right?
Yeah. I'll be 23 next year.
Woof.
Mm.
I'm not Kobe eligible anymore. I aged out of the Kobe.
Old.
But also like insanely, like not insanely young, but I think pretty young for my field. Because I'm sure we've talked about this on here before.
Mm-hmm.
Part of my job at the health department is hosting a weekly radio show, which kind of just got put on me because the main person whose brainchild it is, I just co-hosted, but the actual host ended up getting fired.
Oh.
That's also a funny work story from this week. But anyway, it's really funny. So then when everything happened with her, it just kind of fell into my lap. And today we had the guy on who manages the Kankakee Farmers Market. And he mentioned that the farmers market is 25 years old. And he was like, oh, it's your guys' age. And then just like as a slip, I was like, oh, it's older than me. And he was like, what a privilege it is to say that the farmers market is older than you.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're so right.
Yeah.
So right. But like the girl who's co-hosting it now, she's also in my department. She's 27. So she was like, oh, I'm a little bit older. And I'm like, I'm younger than it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I'm younger than.
Yep. Younger than the Kankakee Farmers Market.
Yep. 9/11.
Yeah, I'm about like a year, a month older than 9/11.
Yeah, it's weird. But
yeah. No, and I just realized my car and 9/11 are at the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah, my 01 Civic.
Yeah, that would be.
I wonder if I could find any manufacturer dates and like quantify just how, if she is in fact older or younger.
Yeah,
I feel like probably older.
Probably older because typically the car model for like the next year releases in the year before.
Yeah, and that like 25 Tracks started releasing in August 24th.
Yeah.
Yeah. But one more little work story before we get into our topic. But
our meat and potatoes.
Our tofu and potatoes for all the vegetarians up there. We hired the girl to replace the girl that got fired that I was telling you about. But she never knew what happened. She just assumed nobody told her she got fired. Been very hush hush. Crystal time. And I was talking to her yesterday, and I had a Freudian slip, and I was like, oh yeah, when Lauren got fired, blah 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 blah. I didn't realize I said it. And then it's silent for a couple minutes, and she goes, you just confirmed my suspicions. And I was like, oh, I did not mean to say that out loud. But I did.
Oops.
And now Taryn knows the truth. So
yeah.
Maybe it's a good thing that she knows, but I feel like you could just like all our salaries and stuff are public record. You can just look it up. So
yeah.
she would probably just look up the girl and know that something happened.
Yeah.
And she's also been posting cryptic on her Facebook. So
Like the girl that got fired?
yeah,
Yeah.
like if you don't have a boss who's supportive, leave and like that.
Hmm.
So I'm like, okay, Lauren, you're a little jaded, but
Hmm. Peculiar.
peculiar.
Hmm.
It's almost like that's what happens when you don't act right. And like our boss didn't handle it either. Well,
No.
it was everybody's fault, but I also wasn't there that day. It happened the day that I wasn't freaking there.
Oh,
Um,
guess that's a good thing, I guess,
yeah.
but a bad
Well,
thing if
because
you
they
just
knew
want
I
the
would have.
tea.
Yeah, yeah. I did want the tea, and
Yeah.
I don't think it was like they planned on doing that day, but
Yeah.
I think it was kind of like a now or never thing because they knew if I was there, I would have
Yeah.
fought it.
And that's why unions are scary. Oh,
Unions are well, so like our positions. Well, so our jobs, we can't be in the union because
yeah.
we're salaried.
Yeah.
Um, there she was. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
Oh. Yeah, unions can be good. Sometimes they can be a little overreaching,
Yeah,
but I don't know. I
I
ain't
get that.
union, so
I don't think I would join a union if I had the option to, because
yeah.
I don't want to pay for it.
Yeah.
I think paying to be in a union is ridiculous,
Yeah.
but the inherent nature of unions are flawed in modern society. So
Yeah. 'Cause, like, the initial idea was good, I think.
beautiful,
Yeah.
brilliant,
Mhm.
so good.
Just, like, groups of coworkers sticking together.
Hmm.
That's basically it.
Basically, yep. And you
Like,
absolutely need that
they
when you're
can't
working on
fire
like
all
the
of us,
Union Pacific. Yeah.
and then they did.
But you know what? You know what? They should make an anime about being in the union. Sells at work. They already did.
Yeah, they did. That's a
But
good anime. It's intriguing.
I've seen like this much of it.
Oh, I've
Very
actually
little.
seen all of it.
Really? Do
Yeah.
you think it's good?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It gets a little dark at the end, but in comparison to other anime, not even close.
Other anime like Madoka Magica. As I'm writing it down on the list.
But
That
yeah,
shit's cute. But yeah,
so this is the anime episode.
same episode. It's the cringe episode.
Surprise!
A surprise. We're talking about cringe Nene baby stuff.
Woo!
Woo! Um,
Japan.
Japan. We're weebs. Woo! Little
The
known
culture
fact.
is different.
It's refreshing. I wanted to, unironically, I do want to live in Tokyo. I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't mind visiting. I feel like I don't know if I would enjoy, like, permanently living there or, like, living there
mhm,
for an extended amount of time.
yeah.
Um, I wouldn't mind visiting.
And like I need to clarify, like, not just because of like anime, right?
Yeah.
Like never thought I'd be having this conversation because I was one of those kids in like high school who were like, oh, like I watched Dragon Ball Z. I watched Ouran High School Host Club.
Mhm.
I watched like the main ones that high school girls watch. Except Haikyuu, but we'll get into that later. Um, but like for the most part, I was like, yeah, anime is weird. Like, it's not
Yeah.
my thing.
Yeah, anime is real weird.
It's weird.
Um, it comes
Fast
from a
forward
different
7
culture.
years. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Comes from a different culture. Um, there's some things that don't translate very well,
Mhm.
and some things that don't translate at all,
No.
and there's some
Um,
anime that are real bad.
yeah.
and filled with pedophilia.
And
Ugh.
there's it's you could when you watch older anime, you can
Mhm.
tell that it
Yeah.
was written in like mid 70s, mid 80s
Mhm.
Japan. You can just
Yeah.
tell that's
Yeah.
as fascist
Mhm.
as all get out.
Yeah. Yeah, and then within, like, the anime culture, I guess, I
Yeah,
think there's, like, 2 groups of people. There's one that's, like, the stereotypical anime cringe person,
yeah,
mm, that doesn't use deodorant,
man,
and then there's the people that do use deodorant and are actually, like, super chill. I think that's what we fall into. At
yeah.
least I hope that's what we do.
It's so funny you say that because my boyfriend and I know I talked about it before because it was a very good experience, but we went to Anime Central, um, and we got there super, super early
Mhm.
on purpose so that we could leave before everybody else who did not wear deodorant pulled up.
Yeah,
Um, that was our game plan, and it worked.
yeah. Because there's not all of them, but a lot of them don't use deodorant, don't take regular showers, and kind of aren't
Sure.
presentable,
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
say.
that's a good word.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
yeah. The average basement dwelling Reddit user, Discord mod. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just unfortunate for them.
like just take a shower.
Yeah.
More people will talk to you.
Better yourself.
That's the truth. Better yourself. That's such a
Yeah.
good way.
Don't
But
settle.
don't settle.
Yeah.
Don't settle.
And there's people that just, like, enjoy it because like, it's good
Or
content.
just casual enjoyers because it's
Yeah.
fun and it's
And don't
different.
get involved with the fandoms.
That's always my mistake.
Yeah.
I always get involved in the fandom and the fan content and the fanins and the headcanons and
Yeah.
every piece of fan written anything on any hell site you choose to mention here. Um, and it is always, 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 always the community of fans
Mhm.
ruins it for me.
Yep.
Like it just
Yep.
absolutely just like destroys like it destroys the
Yeah.
experience because people
Yeah.
suck.
Yeah. A very good example of an anime that has gone through the, bad fandom phase is My Hero Academia.
My God.
Ugh. So, this anime, it's in its, like, 7th season now, and for a long time, the fandom was very toxic. They had a lot of ships, so they would pair 2 characters together, and they were very protective over their headcanons.
I do engage in shipping, but not like
Yeah.
people can have different ships.
Yeah.
Every ship can exist. I'm sorry, I have an eyelash in my eye, but continue.
But a lot of them, they would ship, like, the 2 main characters together who are both straight men, which is
Yeah.
kind of funny, but at the same time, it's like, not that's not what the creator has
No.
in the story,
No.
and overall,
And then like
it's a very toxic fandom, but
mhm.
the show is pretty good for the
Good
most part.
part. Mine is the fan service from the
Yeah,
middle-aged teacher man, but I will not complain about that. I'm also part of the problem.
yeah, and there is a character who's a 'cause, like, all the main characters are, like, students,
Yeah.
so underage,
Yeah.
and, there's one of them that their power is invisibility, so they don't wear clothes, and, of course, it's a girl. Like, Why? Just why?
I feel like the are we allowed to use the sound word sound in the because I know the perfect one for
Yep,
this.
yep,
That
yeah,
is what went through my head when you said that. 'Cause I've not seen My Hero. I have seen manga panels of My Hero, and I'm
mhm,
like, "Oh, this slays so good."
yeah,
Um,
but overall, for the most part, it's pretty
you can
good.
and I feel like too, you can assume like
Yeah,
every anime is gonna have a level of like
mhm,
weird happening.
yeah, and basically the premise of it is if you've seen Sky High, the Disney Channel movie, it's kind of like that, where it's a world filled with superheroes. Everyone has some sort of power. A lot of them are really bad, just like not a good power. Like, oh, you're a refrigerator now,
Oh my god.
and some people have really good powers, and then they can become superheroes.
Yay!
Yay!
Hey!
And there's this one kid who's kind of a loser. He doesn't have any
Boo.
powers, even though most
Boo.
of the world has powers.
Lame.
And then he runs into his favorite hero, the number one hero, and then things happen and he gets powers
Wow, radioactive spiders, hooray!
or hair. He eats his hair.
Man, he eats
Yeah.
it's
Again,
weird.
real weird,
That's
but
weird.
it's an interesting world.
Mhm. Interesting. It is I do wanna watch it. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like it is now that I'm, like, watching anime as an adult, it's definitely, like, on my list.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like there's a lot of shows like that that are kind of not the same not the same,
Mhm.
but similar. So, like, My Hero Academia, Full Metal Alchemist,
Yeah.
um, Inuyasha to an extent. 'Cause I know Inuyasha is totally different,
Yeah.
but, like, the quintessential animes you watch growing up as a preteen, this is one of them, those ones are one of them, and
Yeah.
that is why, like, they are on my watch list. That being said, I do have a big watch list, and I did just rewatch Oran High School Host Club for, like, the 3rd time. That shows you the kind of person I am. Not a good
Yeah.
person. I do adore Oran High School. So good.
Yeah, and then the My Hero fandom, a lot of them kind of fell off from the fandom because the anime hit a really big slump. And there was
It
another
has
anime
been.
that started coming out around that same time, Jujutsu Kaisen,
Oh, man, yeah, yes.
which I'm working my way through it right now. It's pretty
Uh-huh.
good. It's interesting. I don't know what's happening.
I don't know what's going on.
There's like I guess evil spirits or something that are like born of people's fear or like
It seems
curses or something. I don't
yeah,
know. It's
yeah,
real weird. But I think a lot of the My Hero fandom moved over to it mainly because of one character.
Gojo? No, Koji.
Yeah, Gojo.
Gojo.
Gojo,
Damn it, Gojo.
which I can kind of understand it a little bit. He's also like one of the main characters that's also actually an adult, I believe, because he's a teacher. I believe he's an adult. He's presented that way at least. I think so.
That my cat's being. But
And he has very, very bright blue eyes.
mhm, of
Very
course.
bright.
From the bits and pieces I've seen of JJK, which has not been a lot,
Yeah.
but again, it's another one that's on my list that I will watch. Um, cat. Um, every character is just absolutely gorgeous. Like the art style, their designs.
Even Panda?
I don't know who Panda is. Let me Google her.
It's literally just a panda. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a character
Panda.
that's just a panda. It's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
What or who is Panda? It's a fucking panda game, right?
It's a
Come on.
panda. I don't know how else to explain it. It's a panda.
R/Jujutsu Kaisen. Do you like Panda? Many people hate Panda because he is too weak, but I like his role. He is more the support panda, not the strength panda. I feel that because my D&D character is a support, not a strength.
Yeah.
But that is, I digress. Love
Yeah.
Panda.
Panda.
Panda's just like me for real. I kid Panda.
But yeah, that's
Um,
an anime that I haven't seen a ton of the fandom of it, but I've heard that the fandom's not great.
just thirsty girls. Let me tell you
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets circulated to me in any various algorithms that I am experiencing. Oh, and those girls write some crazy stuff. Crazy.
I
Like,
don't know. The main thing I'm seeing on my TikTok right now is this baby hippo. So,
I love people keep okay, baby hippos. One is Moo
yep.
the other one, Moo is Mudun's sister.
Mhm.
The picture of the baby hippo biting the person's leg
Yep.
is Moo, not
Mhm.
Mudun. And people don't know that. But it's okay. Like, no, they're hippos. They look the same.
Yeah. It's a
But
baby hippo.
justice for Moo.
And
Justice
there's
for the baby hippo.
also this really big baby penguin, like the biggest
Fucking
baby penguin ever.
pesto. I
Pesto.
love pesto.
He's such a big boy.
Adore
Like,
pesto.
he's the size of a full adult emperor penguin,
He's
but he's
bigger.
still a baby.
He's 40 pounds.
Yeah.
And
Like, he's
like
got
an
all the baby feathers and stuff.
adult emperor penguin is 26 to 27
Yeah.
pounds.
He's a
This
big
penguin
boy.
is 40 pounds.
Yeah.
Ah,
He's
I love
thick.
pesto. I love him.
Yeah.
Oh, my cat is sniffing my foot under the table. Um, my tattoo artist, who is a big Husband Hotel Hell of a Boss fan, we got into it kind of partially because of me, because I had her do a husband tattoo on me. But anyway, um, so Husband Hotel and Hell of a Boss are in the same universe.
Mhm.
Husband Hotel is made by A24.
Yep.
Hell of a Boss is still her studio,
Mhm.
like outside of that.
Yeah.
And they can get away with a little bit more. And there's really a funny part where they end up, this is in the latest episode, it takes place in like the Arctic. They have to go and, I'm trying not to do spoilers, have to go and kill stuff in the Arctic. And they're attacked by penguins who, I don't think I can explain this like eloquently, but when they, you know how like in cartoon or like good example Pokemon, like the Pokemon are
Mhm.
like chirping to each other, but like what
Yeah.
they're saying is like in subtitles. The
Yeah.
penguins do that. They chirp to each other. The subtitles, it's just like the brackets and
Mhm.
slurs. Like the penguins are just saying slurs to each other. Um, and my she said that she sent me the video about pesto today, and she was like, "All I can think about is fucking penguins," and I was like, "Oh my god, pesto would be saying slurs right now." But
I
that's my
think
aside about pesto.
The only thing from that series that I've seen is one of the recent shorts where the one guy has to kill the stereotypical anime fangirl.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yeah, so good. That one is so good. The
that one was kinda funny.
I will say the fan content that has come from that,
Mhm.
so good, so
Yeah.
good. Oh, being the crazy fangirl, I identify with her. Like, my boyfriend and I watched them together, and afterwards, he looked at me and he was like, "You know that's you, right?" And I was like, "I can neither confirm nor deny." Uh, I feel so seen by Hell the Boss. I know it's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Um, I relate to it so much when I watch it, especially with the uwu cringe baby anime girl. But anyway,
Yeah.
God, and that part is so funny when her dad, who is like very southern and has no
Uh-huh.
idea what's going
Yeah.
on, he's like, "Are you watching that hentai again?" I was like, "I'm done."
Yep.
So funny. But anyway,
Yeah.
well, the boss is not an anime. It's animated, but it's
Yep.
American.
It's not made in Japan.
Not many fans. But imagine how much crazier it would be if it was.
Yeah.
Insane.
'Cause, oh boy, there's some real crazy anime.
There's some crazy anime out there. And I feel like the ones that I think are crazy are probably like tame in the
Yeah.
realm of being an anime.
Yeah. Because there's some that are like, Berserk. That one is known for being
Berserk is crazy.
insane.
Insane.
Absolutely insane.
Wild. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm swearing a lot.
And then there's Evangelion,
Everyone's like, "Oh, that's just
which is also insane, but in a
so
different
crazy."
way.
The first time, so I have not seen the rebuilds.
Oh, man, they're so
I
good.
I kind of know what happened to rebuilds, and I'm like, what is going on? Like,
Yeah.
what is happening?
Yeah, the rebuild, it, like, takes the original, then it extends it,
And
and
like
the
even
extension is
the
real wild.
even like the original, like it has its own that has
Yeah,
the series ending.
yeah,
It does the same thing Cowboy Bebop does. The series
mhm,
ending, and then the movie that's an alternate ending.
yeah,
Um,
which is, like, technically canon ending, I guess, but I don't even know
yeah,
what's canon.
I don't know what's.
I uh,
Oh god, I wish that is not. I wish And of Evangelion is not. That was crazy. That was
mhm.
just. I listen.
It was made in a different time.
A different time, and I think it told it captures the steady degradation of
Mhm.
Shinji's psyche
Yeah,
very well,
yeah,
too well.
yeah. 'Cause this
Um,
is isn't he, like, 11?
he's like 11.
He's 11, and he has to save the world
Yeah, like he's
against
stressed out to the max,
yeah, literal
like
eldritch horrors.
literal demons,
Yeah,
like a freaking what's his name? Freaking Raphael.
yeah,
Like my cat, sorry. Like actual like biblical demons are
yeah.
here to
'Cause, like,
destroy everything. And
there's
he's
a
in
very
5th grade.
large, like, biblical influence on the series as well.
Oh, it's huge. It's so fun. The first time I watched it, it was so
Mhm.
fun to see like just to see everything. And
Yeah,
then like the Adam and Lilith dichotomy and like
mhm.
so good.
Yeah,
But
'cause, like, Earth was originally meant to be, like, for the angels and
mhm,
stuff, and
and then
then the first impact was a thing, and then the second impact, and then the
and
third
then maybe
impact.
the third.
And then the 4 of them bagged.
Oh man, so many impacts.
Yeah. And a lot of what happens in the series is mainly because of a dude wanting his wife back,
Mhm.
mainly.
Shinju's dad wanting his mom when he
Yeah.
and like that too, like Shinji's mommy issues impacting the way he got along with
Yeah.
Asuka and Ray.
Mhm. Like, Shinji has 4 moms
He has
in the
four moms.
series.
Misato, Asuka,
Yeah.
Ray, gray hair Shinji. And he's his fourth mom.
Yeah. But, no, like, legitimately, his mom is,
Yeah,
like, 4 different things in the
yeah.
series. 'Cause, like, his mom is the Ava, his mom is Ray. It's like,
Like, oh man, I don't want to kiss my mom.
uh,
Oh man, why is my dad kissing my 11-year-old coworker?
yeah. And his dad doesn't care for him at all,
Mm,
like, at all. And it's like,
it's like,
wow,
dude,
I wonder why Shinji is over here hunched over on a folding chair.
that has become a meme in my household. Like, we'll be
Yeah.
like, Shinji, yeah, look at Nana. Or just anything we don't want to do. We're like, Shinji, clean the fridge.
Yeah, it's like, Shinji, get in the Ava at the start. And then it's like,
Shinji, get in the
"Oh,
robot.
Shinji, you really don't need to get in the robot. Like, you might wanna chill for a little bit." And then it's like, "Shinji, get back in the robot. Get back in the robot,
Shinji,
Shinji."
you get in the robot. Shinji, I know I'm 30, but I will kiss you if you get in that robot. Okay, Shinji, I am kissing you no matter what.
Yeah. That
I know
elevator
I'm
was
30.
wild.
That was the elevator was wild. The hospital was
The hospital, again,
different time.
different
But
time.
I will say it did give me nightmares for
Yeah,
like about a week when I watched.
yeah. And then in the rebuild, there's a time skip.
There's a time skip in the
Yeah.
but it's not. It won't be when they're appropriate ages.
No, because
No.
guess what? So, the, special fluid that's in the, Avas for the pilots, turns out it's essentially the fountain of youth. They can't age.
Avis can't age or the kids can't age.
The kids. So mentally, the time passes and they get older, but physically they don't.
It's giving interview with the vampire
Yep.
and Claudia.
And it's real weird
Oh boy, oh
because, like,
boy.
mentally, they're older now, like, they would be adults, but they ain't.
No, they are not.
Yep,
They are in fact not adults.
yep. And then Shinji gets a choker.
It's a little.
Yeah, he kinda does get a little saucy.
For those of you not watching the stream, I'm doing the little wrist flick.
Yep,
Oh boy.
because he gets
I
tricked by an angel.
ain't that biblical.
Yep,
I will say I regret not watching the rebuilds when they were in theaters.
yeah,
Um, next time they are, I will watch them because damn, that's crazy. And I
yeah,
feel like a theater is a
it's
safer
crazy.
place to experience the rebuilds than like in my house, ironically, because I'm just gonna be freaked out. And
Yeah.
either way, who
The
cares? But
Yeah, there's 4 rebuilds. The first 2 are essentially pretty similar to, like, the original series.
okay.
After that, though,
After that, they let the dogs out. The dogs
Yep,
are loose.
yep.
God.
It gets crazy.
I feel like one that is I haven't seen it. I've seen like 8
Mhm.
at this point, but I feel like Darling of the Franks is very similar to Evangelion.
Yeah.
And I also didn't realize it's technically a romance anime, so that kind of puts it up higher on the list because I'm a romance shoujo girl.
Mhm.
Um,
You can technically classify Evangelion as a romance.
okay. In
Technically.
terms of shonen and shoujo, I think it's definitely more shoujo than shonen.
Yeah.
Look at me saying words. I,
Yeah, because shonen is when, like, there's one character that is, like, really, really strong, like the main
yeah,
character, um, which a lot of
Shinji.
the good ones are shonens.
Yeah, Dragon Ball,
The classics, Dragon Ball,
One Punch Man,
One Punch Man, that's more of a satirical shonen, and
Trigun.
then,
No, not Trigun. Trigun.
um, Chainsaw Man,
Yeah,
My Hero, One Piece, JoJo's.
Sailor Moon. No, no, no. She is
Uh,
not the strawberry.
but
Cardcaptor Sakura. I'm kidding. Kidding.
it kind of originates from it being in the manga Shonen Jump.
Yeah, like the serial publication,
Yeah,
Shonen Jump. Yeah.
yeah. Then
Um.
there's what I think is probably the weirdest one is the isekais,
Yeah.
which is where, like, a character gets transported to a different world.
Yeah.
So it's
It
like
could
someone
be.
from the real world is now in this anime world, and it's
Yeah.
weird.
I feel like it definitely can be done well or be done
Mhm.
really bad.
Yeah. Like,
Um.
they also a lot of them have really long titles,
Yeah. Like
like, really long
I missed
titles.
my alarm and was late to school, and then I got turned into a bug.
Yeah. Or, like, that time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Yeah.
That's a real anime.
Yeah. I heard it's really good.
Yeah. But a lot of the isekais have a lot of fan service as well,
Yeah.
because why not, I guess. I don't know.
As long as you're adults, why not?
Yeah. A lot of times they're not.
You know what's a anime that has a absolutely ridiculous amount of fan service for what it is? Thank you. Thank you absolutely is like just it's a great that
Yeah.
Thank you is about a high school boys volleyball team
Mhm.
and they're all like 15 to 18 years old ish.
Yeah.
Um, two of them are
Children.
super short. They're children. Two of them are super short and kind of like, well, a lot of the players are short, but like on the
Yeah.
main team, two of them are super short.
Mhm.
Um, Cat's being silly. Um, some of them are not short. They're quite tall.
Mhm.
And the first like couple episodes, I was like, oh my god, why am I thirsty for two high school boys? Like, why did I not watch this when I was at an appropriate age to watch this? But like
Yeah.
it's sports anime, and like in the
Mhm.
grand theory and the grand history of sports anime,
Yeah.
like everyone's built.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they're like,
and
bro,
I guess for a lot of anime, they are kind of made for a younger audience.
yeah,
Not all of them, Not in
Not
the
all of them.
slightest. A lot
I'd
of
like
them are for
definitely
adults.
definitely Haikyuu, I think, started as like a kid show.
Yeah.
So like definitely catering to that younger audience.
Mhm.
Um, but then you can kind of tell, like, as the show goes on, they kind of realize their audience is actually older than they thought it would be. So
Yeah.
like the animation style changes, side
Mhm.
characters are like aged up a lot.
Yeah.
Um, and for the most part, very tame,
Mhm.
except for one of the team members has a sister who is college aged, and they play into that a lot.
I'm not
And
surprised.
there is a lot of scenes of her in
Yeah.
low cut shirts, and there is a sweet young little first year volleyball manager who is often like face planting into her chest for comedic effect. And I'm
I'm
like,
not
okay,
surprised.
I see you guys.
Yeah.
I see you guys.
Yeah.
Like you won't give me the fan service of like the okay characters, but you'll give me
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, but I think there's, like, one anime that doesn't have, like, any fan service, and that's JoJo's.
I feel like every frame of JoJo's is fan service. I feel
Not
like you're saying that as a
traditional
joke
fan
now.
service. It's not traditional fan
Like
service.
like accidental, unintentional fan service.
'Cause,
Like
like
every pose is gorgeous. Every
yeah,
frame is just incredible. Every character is like this perfect, like gender non-existent
yeah,
being.
yeah. Because
Like,
JoJo's is I guess it's real weird. There's a reason it's a bizarre adventure,
there's a reason.
but it doesn't have the traditional, like, male gaze, um, fan service, where it's
Mm-mm.
like, "Oh, look at these over sexualized females." It don't
Yeah,
got that. It's got over sexualized men.
yeah, that's the we like.
Like, Jonathan Joestar, the main character, the very first part of it, he is built. Like, that is an Englishman that is like he's like Shaquille O'Neal,
Yeah,
except even more muscular somehow.
I feel like these character designs are like not viable for actual human life.
No. Maybe in the later parts because they kind of toned down a little bit, but they're still, like, really muscular. Um,
Yeah,
but it's also just a really bizarre story that starts in, like, the 1800s in England with Jonathan Joestar, JoJo, and it ends in part 6 in Florida in 2012.
insane.
Yeah.
He's got this is Jolene Joestar, actually. This is her.
She's in prison,
Jolene in prison. What crimes did she do?
murder.
Murder. She looks. She has no light behind her eye.
But yeah,
Jolene, why would you kill somebody?
all of part 6 takes place in a prison.
All of part six is in a prison.
Most of it, I guess.
Insane.
Or there's a little bit that's not in a prison, but, like
Crazy.
yeah. And then the universe resets.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it literally starts with, like it's a whole, like, generational family tale.
Mhm.
Like, it starts 1800s, Jonathan Joestar, the gentleman that he is. He fights Dio, the most evil man in existence, who becomes a vampire. And then JoJo's grandson, JoJo, Joseph Joestar,
Joseph. Yeah.
he ends up fighting the ultimate life form in World War II or one maybe. I don't know. There's Nazis in it essentially though.
Oh, I'm with you.
Or like Germans and stuff. I don't know if they're actually like Nazis, but like
It's like inspired.
yeah. Um and then part 3, Joseph's grandson, also JoJo, Jotaro Kujo in Japan now, has to go from Japan to Egypt in like 40 days to save his mom
It's biblical.
because certain someone's back. Then there's part 4, which is back in Japan, and
Wow.
Joseph's illegitimate son has to kill or defeat a serial killer that looks like David Bowie and can make things explode. And part 5 is in the Italian mafia. Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah. It gets real weird.
It's a little bizarre.
Yeah. You could say that. Oh, and
So
a
I'm
lot of
always
character names are references to like rock musicians.
got Ario Speedwagon,
Yep. REO
Aerosmith,
Speedwagon.
Fleetwood Mac,
There's yep.
Beatles. There's a Beatles one.
Think so. There's Red Hot Chili Peppers, Spice Girls. They're in there. Um, there's a whole lot. There's a whole lot. Even like songs like Killer Queen, Bites the Dust.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of music
Hmm.
references. It's pretty cool. Foo Fighters.
Foo Fight.
Foo Fighters.
Foo Fight. Are they fight? Are they the Foos? Or are they fighting the Foos? Like, are they fighting with Foos? Like
Both.
both. And I feel like going back a little bit, I did not quite give Haikyuu, I think, like the credit it deserves being a
Mhm.
sport. Like I enjoy sport. Like I think my two favorite genres are sports anime and like shoujo.
Mhm.
Um, and the way that especially like season 3 works is essentially like a 10 episode OVA,
Yeah.
and all 10 episodes are the same volleyball match. And going in, I was like, how am I not going to blow my brains out
Yeah.
when 10 episodes are the same match? Like when I watched like Hijami no Ippo
Mhm.
and like 4 episodes would be the same boxing match, I was kind of like,
Whoa.
I was like, wow, the 4 episodes were the same match. But
Yeah.
Haikyuu did it very well.
Mhm.
Um, and especially like when I watch animes the first time, I'll do a watch through, like I'll do watch the subs
Mhm.
and then the dub. But with Haikyuu, the dub isn't streaming on like Crunchyroll or anything because there's
Yeah.
like licensing issues going on.
Mhm.
So people pirate it and post
Yep.
compilations of it on YouTube. Compilations are hilarious.
Mhm. Yeah.
Frequently quoted in my house, and they capture what it's like to be a kid so well. And they're so cute. Like I don't know how else to say it. Like I feel like I'm trying to give this anime credit for what it deserves, but I'm still just going back to it's so cute. It's so silly. Boys are silly, but
Yeah.
it is it's impressive. I
Yeah,
love
you've
that kid.
yeah, there's definitely like silly, lighthearted, fun anime, and
Yeah,
there's the world's gonna end, everything's gonna die anime.
like Will of Magica or
Yeah,
whatever, Madoka Magica.
yeah.
That's crazy.
So you got like your Pokemon, Cells at Work, Haiku,
Yeah.
all those types of anime. Happy children can enjoy them, and so can adults as well.
And then
Then there's
there's the last 3 episodes of Cowboy. Absolutely heartbreaking.
yeah,
When I finished Cowboy Bebop, I think we ended up watching the last 4
mhm,
episodes in a row. I was just sobbing
yeah,
for 2 hours straight.
yeah,
Like, oh my god.
yeah,
I loved it. The movie
yeah.
is very
There's
good.
that. There's also Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Devastating. So much emotional damage. And the game
Yeah.
is not much better.
Oh yeah.
Just
It's
heartbreaking.
there's no happy endings in Night City.
No. No one gets a happy ending.
No one gets a happy ending.
My boyfriend was playing it a lot this summer, and he
Mhm.
would tell me like, "Oh, I'm gonna go on a date with Julie Alvarez," and I was like, "Yay!" And then he was like, "There's no possible way for me to end up with her
Yep.
because either I'll die or she'll leave me." And I'm
Yep.
like,
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, there's no
"Oh,
happy endings in
no
Cyberpunk.
happy for anybody." And
Yeah.
he showed me in the game where you can find like Lucy's little memorial for
Mhm.
David, and it was
Yeah.
just ah!
Yeah. Yeah, losing the memorials for all of the edge runners.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But
Like imagine being hurt and all of your friends are dead.
yeah,
But anyway,
have fun on the moon.
but on the moon. Oh,
Yeah. But Keanu Reeves is in the game,
I didn't know that.
and so is Idris Elba.
I did not know that.
He's in the DLC,
The hell?
and both of them are in the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
The cyberpunk edge runners to Sonic pipeline is staggering.
Yeah. Yeah, because Idris
Um,
Elba voices Knuckles, and Keanu Reeves is voicing Shadow.
that's crazy
Yeah. Like, Keanu Reeves turned down Star Wars
to do it.
to do Sonic.
He has his priorities straight.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Um, I feel like I'm really gonna out myself with this one. But so the problematic nature of mid mid 20th century anime is like
Mhm.
fascinating, right?
Yeah.
Um, and it's also very fascinating what could be like allowed in a manga and then what could
Mhm.
actually then be animated.
Yeah, because there's a lot of it that gets censored,
Yeah.
and then a lot of it that
And
gets censored when it comes to the States.
yeah, a lot. It's so funny. So
Yeah.
I'm about to geek out over here. So the anime that got me back into anime as an adult was Lupin
Mhm.
the Third. And this is like my lifeblood. Like I love this so much. Um, very much was my comfort anime for a very, very long time. Still is. Um, but as one of like the manga was started in like the late 50s, was not adapted an anime until like 1969 was the original
Mhm.
pilot, and then the
Yeah.
series started in like 70, I think 74.
Mhm.
Um, that is crazy.
Yeah.
And you can kind of tell, like, so the mangaka who wrote it,
Mhm.
his name is Monkey Punch. He passed in 2019. Um, very much grew up in a
Mhm.
certain time,
Yep.
and what kind of over the past 40 years, there has been 6 animated series of Lupin the Third and, like, 50 movies,
Yeah.
and you would be so surprised like, the percent of Lupin media that has to do with Nazi Germany and Hitler.
Yeah.
And this so, brief synopsis of Lupin the Third is basically the same
Mhm.
plot for 40 years, but, Lupin the Third is a gentleman thief. He is the
Yep.
grandson of the thief Lupin, Arsène Lupin, who is a book character by Maurice LeBlanc.
Mhm.
Um, that copyright was a big issue too when it came to the States. So for
Yep.
like a couple of decades, he wasn't called Lupin in the States, he was called Groupon. And and in some adaptations of the movie, his name is Wolf.
Yes.
I do like that. I like calling him Wolf, but anyway, I'm getting into my girly fanficky silly mind. So there's Lupin. His sidekick is named Jigen. He is the man of my dreams tattooed on my arm. um, I'm so proud of this. I'm gonna take the time. If you're listening and not watching, you should be watching. Because I'm gonna show you one of the coolest tattoos ever. But there he is. That's my
Wow.
man.
There he
Yeah,
is.
there he is. Um, he is a gunman. Used to be a hitman. Used to work for the mafia. Now works for Lupin.
Yep.
Um, the fandom is crazy because there is a lot of homoerotic things going on.
Of
But
course.
there have also been a lot of homoerotic things in the actual canon media.
Yeah.
So it's like a little justified, but also sometimes take it a little bit crazy. But
I mean, there's a lot of that
um,
in JoJo's as well, so
yeah. Um, and then there's a samurai
Mhm.
who is there's an isekai element there because he is like a 13th generation samurai who just happened to show up in the 70s.
Okay.
And then there is Lupin's on again, off again girlfriend who keeps betraying him and is constantly sexualized and has big boobs. So that's the 4 criminals. And then the 5th guy is the inspector who chases all of them but can never catch them. Um, so for 50 years, you have the same plot of the 4 being
Yeah.
thieves and criminals and stealing stuff and being crazy. And then the same guy trying to catch them and not being able to catch them. But they don't get older. It's just the same
Yeah.
plot put in different times.
So it's like Pokemon.
It's like Pokemon.
Mhm.
Ash is 10 for 20 years.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Which I think Ash is, like, retired now. I think they're moving
Yeah.
on to other characters and stuff, which
She's a girl now.
is crazy.
Yeah.
Never thought I'd see the day where Ash was retired.
I know. It's happy and sad at the same time.
Yep. Like,
Um,
he was the one for my entire life.
yeah. But kind of going back, so in the 1970s, like
Mhm.
still reeling from the Edo period Japan, there's a lot of fast food,
Yeah.
a lot of plots where Hitler or Lupin cosplays as Hitler, where he probably does
Yep.
not have to, but he does it anyway, because why not? In the early 2000s, there is an isekai movie where they wake up and they're in like very imperial, like feudalism Japan,
Oh.
like feudalism. I'm talking like far, like ancient feudalistic Japan,
Wow.
and they find Fujiko's ancestor and they have to get her somewhere. I kind of don't remember the plot because there's 50 freaking movies, but
Yeah.
um, In 2009, I think
Mhm,
two of the most well-known pieces of Lupin media are a Ghibli movie, which nobody
mhm,
knows is a Ghibli movie,
yeah,
but then the CGI movie, which
mhm,
was pretty well received because the
yeah,
CGI is great. The character
yeah.
designs are amazing.
I think I've seen
Um,
clips of that one even.
yeah,
Yeah. Like, it's
but
pretty
again,
funny.
there's a part where Lupin cosplays as Hitler, and we're like, "What?"
But
It's 2019, and like
yeah.
the move, it's one of the only pieces of Lupin media that are actually like dated to have a time
Mhm,
setting. So it's set in like the early 60s.
yeah.
Um, so like some fans, and I do this too. Like we'll try to like kind of piece, okay, like if this happened here and then this happened here,
Mhm,
that we can kind of get like a timeline going. But there's
yeah,
like no timeline. There's no like real canon. It's just like all of this stuff happening,
yeah.
and it's so great. And I adore it so much. Um,
Nice.
yeah, but mm, now I'm getting super because I'm
Yeah,
like everyone's gonna think I'm a dweeb. But
yeah.
anyway,
But then
we're kind of going. Yeah,
you mentioned it a little bit ago, Ghibli.
yeah. I was gonna talk about this because
Yeah.
there's two very important milestones for Ghibli this year. Um,
Yes.
it's the 50th anniversary of Castle of Cagliostro, which is
Mhm.
the Lupin movie.
Yep.
Um, and I will say this. So when we went to Anime Central,
Mhm,
Tony Oliver, who's the English voice actor for Lupin, and Lex Lane, who is the English voice actor for Goemon, who's the samurai, were both there.
mhm.
And of course, I went to their booths because I found like an old PS2 game from the Lupin franchise, and I had them sign my PS2 game. Um, the goal is to have all of them sign it, but that's the
Mhm,
point. But when I was talking to Tony Oliver, the conversation kind of went to like, there's going to be a special Lupin thing coming out around Christmas time. Can't
mm.
really tell you what it is, um,
Ooh.
but look out for that. And I was like, oh my God, yay. um, and there's a couple, like, in my head at the time, there are a couple possibilities. Like,
Mhm.
um, there have been a spin-off series of movies that are a little bit darker than
Yeah.
like their source material. Um, and they made one for most of the side characters, but there was one for the inspector that was supposed to be done during COVID, but then COVID happened, so they had to put on
Mhm,
pause. So I was like, it could be that.
mhm,
It could be part seven of the anime, or
mhm.
it could be a mysterious third option that I didn't really know, but it
Fun
also could
Christmas
be.
special.
Yeah, that would be awesome. But then we talked to Lex Lane, and he just straight up is like, "Oh yeah, we're redubbing Cagliostro, um, and it's gonna probably be out by Christmas time, and then there's probably gonna be an event here next year." And I was
Yeah.
like jumping up and down, squealing, and it's so crazy because Lex Lane is also Gato, or I don't know his name, because I haven't seen JJK, but he's
Mhm.
also a very prominent character in
Yeah.
JJK. So his whole line is just like JJK cosplayers and girls who want to see him for um I googled what his name is for Shigeru, right?
Oh, okay.
And then there's me
Yeah.
being a silly Lupin fangirl, like, oh my god, Lupin the Third, ah! And he just spills all the tea.
Of
Um,
course. Love that.
and like, there we have pictures, and Jake was like, that my thing is I didn't want to spend all the money to get an
Mhm.
autograph or whatever,
Yeah.
but like, he was like, this, you're never gonna get to do this again.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're right. I worked. I deserved. But
Yeah.
that was such a good day. And they were so sweet and so nice. And I told
Nice.
Tony Oliver, like, oh, thank you so much to me. It like helped me through a very hard
Mhm.
time in my life. Um, blah blah blah. And he was like, oh, and I was like, yay! But oh my god, sorry. So yeah, 50th anniversary of Castle of Cagliostro. That is
Mhm.
getting a redub that will hopefully be released in theaters because I really want to see it in theaters because
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Um, Also, it's the either the 20th or the 25th anniversary of House Moving Castle.
Yes. I think that's coming back in theaters as well.
End
I
of
think I saw that.
September. Like
Yeah,
early, I think like September 24th is when
yeah,
it starts showing again.
mhm,
Sorry.
yeah. Which
And like
Studio
we
Ghibli,
go to,
they've had a good few years recently.
yeah, like
Like
we go to Ghibli Fest every year.
mhm,
It's all the different events. They had
yep,
Boy and the Heron,
that won an Oscar.
won an Oscar.
Mhm.
Is there a new one?
I think there might be one in the kitchen.
Or like yeah, like one cooking? Because he said he
Yep.
retired after the Boy and the Heron, and then he did not.
Yeah,
One bacon.
let's see. Yeah, Miyazaki's already working on his next film, so I don't know what that'll be, but it'll probably be really good
Yeah,
because that man knows how to cook.
he knows how to cook.
Yep,
Let him cook.
yep,
Let him
and
cook.
he's getting up there in age, so he
Yeah.
was born in a different time, and I think for a lot of it, there is definitely an influence of that time in some of
Hmm.
his work. Um, yeah, but
Yeah, and
overall, like,
Alonda's, I feel like he handles that influence
mhm,
better and
it's very
contextualizes it
subtle.
very
It's
well.
very
Yeah,
subtle.
yeah.
'Cause, like, in, The Boy and the Heron, like, the main character, like, his mother dies in, like, this big fire and stuff, and it's like, "Oh, that's
Mm.
kind of" 'cause, like, it was a sudden fire, like, big fire, it's like,
I wonder what conflict could have caused that fire.
hmm, wonder what American thing that could have been referencing. Hmm,
Hmm. I wonder what
but,
could have actually destroyed the landscape that America did to Japan in the late
yeah,
40s.
yeah, but Studio Ghibli, it's got a very distinct style to it. It's always super well animated, it's one of the last things that's, like, hand-drawn animation still,
Yeah,
because a lot of it is computer and stuff like that now, but it's hand-drawn, you can tell just how much effort and work gets put into it, so,
yeah.
if you haven't seen a Ghibli movie, I suggest
You
watching
should
one. A lot of
start
them
with Ponyo.
yes, that's a good
Start
one.
with Ponyo or start with
Mhm,
Howl's Moving Castle.
yeah, a lot of them can get a little dark.
Mhm. Grave of the Fireflies, we're looking at you.
Yep, Princess Mononoke.
Looking at you. Porco Rosso, we're looking at you.
Yep, but they're still really good, really well-made stories, like, there's a reason it won an Oscar. It
There's a reason.
yeah, especially going up against something like Across the Spider-Verse, and, like
I was shook that it won.
and it beat out Disney as well,
Yeah.
so that's
I
how you know it's good.
know it's good if it beat if it beat Disney.
Yeah,
That's your measuring stick to
yeah,
juice if something is good or not.
but yeah.
Um so we've been talking about, sorry, my cat's being silly in the background over there. Um kind of taking a turn into more, oh, I think it's something that's also very well represented in anime are like psychological horrors.
Mhm,
And like we have like Junji Ito, who's mangaka, writer,
mhm,
great horror author. Then we have the studio behind Perfect Blue,
yeah,
which if you have not seen Perfect Blue, highly recommend it. It's from the mid 90s. And it is about a girl who she's she's in one of the girl groups. She leaves
mhm.
the girl group to be an independent artist and wants to be seen as more adult. So you kind of see her go into the psychosis that fame causes, and kind of
Ah,
all along, her
uh-huh,
manager is kind of like living vicariously through her.
hmm.
Um, and people that this pop star loves start dying.
Oh,
And the manager makes it seem like she's like the pop star is the one killing everybody, but she's not.
Oh,
The manager kind of spoiling everything.
mm,
Like huge
interesting.
twist in the end. Um, and like you see her go through the psychosis that
Mhm.
was brought on by fame, but also brought on somebody who she's supposed to trust.
Yeah.
It's really fascinating. And
Hmm.
like you don't like nothing is really outwardly said. So it keeps you guessing and then you don't realize in like the last 5 minutes what's been going on.
Yeah.
Really messed up, but it's really good. Highly
Yeah.
recommend.
Yeah, there's an anime film that I would definitely consider to be psychological. That'd be Akira.
Mhm. It's very influential. The
Yes.
slide scene,
Very,
I always think
very
about the slide.
influential.
Yeah.
There's the classic motorcycle slide. If
Yes.
you've seen it,
Oh
you've
yeah.
seen it.
Oh yeah.
It's in a ton of stuff. It's gonna be in the new Sonic movie. Like,
That's
Shadow the
crazy.
Hedgehog does it in the new Sonic movie. Um,
It's been in the Lupin franchise like a
yep,
billion times.
yep. It's been in Pokemon. It's been in,
It's
like,
everywhere.
if it's got a motorcycle, there's a good chance it's referenced.
Yeah. If
And,
a character rides the motorcycle to do in the Akira slide.
yeah, but the film overall, I don't even know how to describe it, but it ends with a big flesh monster.
Oh, so like Attack on Titan. I don't know what
Really?
Attack on Titan is. I don't know. I'm sorry.
It's it's like Akira is just like a thing, it's like the collection of all human knowledge, I guess?
I
It's real weird. It's real weird. It's it's something that's less, like, so distinct. It's like you don't even know how to describe it, honestly.
just go watch it.
Yeah. I will give a warning before watching it, though, because it is out there, and it was also it's one of the first things that kind of started the cyberpunk genre. Um,
I think I'm picking up
yeah,
what you're putting down.
yeah. There is also one scene that is, like, attempted rape, and it's ooh,
Ugh.
especially because there's children. Like, ooh,
Oh man,
no.
let's not do that, please.
Yeah, not good, but I guess it was a different time.
Guess it was a different. That
But yeah,
being said, I feel like I probably should have also trigger warning on the third, but I mean,
yeah,
just from the way I was talking,
the
like
whole
when you
episode.
hear when you hear that man's cosplays as Hitler 3 times, that should be enough of a trigger warning for you to be like, okay,
Yeah,
I can expect a lot of stuff to happen.
yeah. I mean, a lot of anime probably deserves trigger warnings, especially if it was
Yeah,
made before, like, 2000.
like before like 2016, probably.
Yeah, but yeah, because even in
And,
JoJo's, there's some stuff that's like,
yeah,
ugh.
and
Like,
Cowboy
there's
Bebop, there's some stuff that's like, "Ugh."
yeah, JoJo's, there's an episode with an orangutan.
Oh, there's like a nope situation kind of happen.
I don't know, but the orangutan is horny.
Uh,
It's not good. Yeah,
um, highlight
yeah.
reaction.
Yeah, there's definitely a couple episodes in that I try to skip over because it's just like, ugh, I don't like that.
So definitely, it does not happen the way that nope happens.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's both of these episodes are in part 3. But another part of part 3, there's a character that has the ability to de-age characters, and that gets real weird real fast.
You hear this shit, Lola? What the fuck? Is part 3 the one that has that one song as the end credit
Walk
song?
like an Egyptian,
Oh, no, the other one that's like,
freaking you.
every time I
Yep,
yes!
that's part 5.
That's
Yeah.
I look unironically, I love freaking
Yeah, it's just like a good song. It's weird, but it's good.
it's pop. Pop.
Yeah,
You can't question it, you just have to vibe.
yeah. Yeah, the music in JoJo's
Mm,
real good,
good. Definitely
but
good.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess kind of as we're reaching the end of our conversation about the wonderful world of anime.
Probably ought to put a trigger warning at the start of this episode.
Yeah, we're talking about anime. That's all the trigger you
Yep.
need. Um,
Trigger warning, this
oh,
episode is weird and cringe.
weird and cringe, and like I can kind of tell like you're different. Like got like taste. Like you got the cyberpunk, you got the
Yeah,
shonen guy over here,
yep,
and then sports anime shoujo silly girl.
yep.
The reverse harem, the all of the really bad tropes. Me. Um, on my watch list is my love story with Yamada-kun at level 9900, whatever. And yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I like watching
reverse age
guys
gap.
beat up other guys, apparently.
I like watching this silly, like my love story is a very good,
Yeah.
you wholesome slice of life romance.
Mhm.
Um, there is one that is coming out this season called Yakuza Fiance, which I'm very excited about.
Mm.
It's like arranged marriage between a girl who is like daughter of a mob boss and the guy is also in the mob, but he's trying to get out of it.
Oh.
So that's going to be really great.
Huh.
Um, but and I feel like the other really big honorable mention for me on my end that I haven't talked about yet, like Spy Family.
Yeah.
Like Spy Family has just come in and like swept the entire game,
Mhm.
changed everything. Um, the movie was absolutely incredible, so much fun. Um, and I know I said that's the only other one, but also like again, silly romance shoujo girl, but Kaguya-sama Love is War, excellent.
Mhm.
I'm gonna out myself for this one, but My Dress Up Darling, also excellent. As much as I hate to admit it, very good.
Yeah.
Season 2 is coming. I'm very excited. Um, then season 3 of Horimiya is in the making. And if you have not seen Horimiya, it's another one of those just very, very wholesome, cute
Mhm.
romances. And
Yeah.
yeah, those are kind of my faves right now.
Mhm. Yeah.
Every time I close my eyes,
Yeah,
that should be our outro.
there's one anime that, like, I feel like I would be able to get into it if I watch it, but I'll so at the same time, like, I don't know if I want to really get into it. That's Demon Slayer.
Oh my god, same,
Yeah.
same.
Like, the visuals on it, amazing.
Yeah.
There's a little weird fan service stuff,
When is there not?
when is there not? But I guess Michael Jackson is in it.
Whoa.
Yeah, like, there's, like, the main villain from what I've seen, like, the early part of it or something. It's like, it's just straight up Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Michael Jackson. Like, that's white Michael Jackson.
That is, what do you mean white Michael Jackson? He was white. Don't look at me like that. You know that's the truth.
But, yeah, I don't know if I would get into it because like, I would think I would be able to enjoy it because it's, like, samurai and, like, swords and stuff, like, that's cool,
Yeah.
and it's a shonen, but I don't know, like, I just eh,
Mm.
it's just kinda like, eh.
Like I get how the vibes could be a little off.
Yeah.
I also feel
Plus
like
the
too it has
fandom's
to
also
be
real
popular
weird.
for a reason. Yeah.
Yeah, the fandom's real weird with that one. Like, real mm, mm,
Real weird. Because they're kids, right?
yeah,
What am I kidding? Every anime is freaking kids.
yeah. You can't win.
Can't win.
Yeah. Sometimes in some animes, for some reason, it's like, "Oh, look at this obviously child like, this character looks like a child." It's like, "Oh, they're actually an elf, and it's, like, over 1,000 years old?" Like,
Like I read but
they
yeah,
still look like a child.
if you don't infantilize them, then like sure.
Yeah. Like,
But if
that's a child.
yeah,
Maybe don't.
if you make them act like a child and they're a child.
Yeah.
But
That's that's a message for the weird side of the fandom.
a message for the weird anime.
Don't.
Please leave kids alone.
Yeah. Mm. Eh.
And yes,
So
that
what did
being
we learn
said,
today?
we learned that the internet is a cesspool, anime is a cesspool.
Yeah.
Um, but if you're gonna watch them, watch some of the ones that we mentioned tonight.
Yep. Those are some of the good ones.
There's some of the good ones. Some of them are some of the iffy ones, but
Yeah.
like for as problematic like Lupin the Third can
Yeah.
get, I think it's incredible.
Mhm.
But I'm also very biased and like
Yep.
emotionally attached to it. So like whatever. But
Yep. And everyone has their own taste. So,
hmm like demonstrated here. Some people
yep.
cannot stand sports animes, but like I absolutely adore them.
Mhm.
Like it's so I like Hijami no Ippo specifically, you can tell is like very, very Rocky inspired,
Mhm.
given it came out like during the 90s, during like the height of the Rocky
Yeah.
franchise. But um like you have your one character who is like obviously very heavily inspired by Rocky, and then you have
Mhm.
everybody else who is their own person.
Yeah.
And that is what is cool to me.
Mhm. Yeah, 'cause anime is it's not the genre, it's the
Mhm.
medium.
Yeah,
'Cause there's a ton of different genres in anime. There's
yeah.
sci-fi, there's weird, there's all sorts of stuff.
There's do your bucket list before the zombie apocalypse happens.
That one's a good one. That
Yeah.
one's a genuinely funny one.
It is unlovely. And I
Yeah,
feel like
'cause
a lot of like I like my boyfriend has seen it, and like I
mhm,
remember like I watched a couple of episodes of it with him. I didn't get into it,
yeah,
but it's good.
it's good.
Um, Same with JJK. Like
Yeah,
he just randomly had it on during the freaking Shibuya arc, and I was like,
uh,
oh yeah, I'll watch part of this,
yeah,
and I was emotionally damaged.
yeah, I'm getting close to that, so,
Have fun,
woo,
have a great time with that.
yep. But the, Salmon Hunter, like, Bucket List of the Dead, that
Yeah,
one, it's amazing. Um, they also made a live action movie of it already.
already
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Yeah,
they're making a live action My Dress Up Darling, and I really wish they would not.
but the reason Salmon Hunter is so good is because it's a zombie anime.
Mhm.
but it flips it on its head. Like, it's not scary at all, I would
Yeah.
say. It it's got a couple scary things, but, um, the scariest part is the 9 to 5.
Yeah. I do love the commentary on
Yeah, because
capitalism and corporate world.
yeah, in
Great.
Japan also, there's a large emphasis on work,
Mhm.
and, like, there's a thing in Japan where, like, people literally work till they're dead.
Yeah.
Like, they overwork themselves a lot there, and it kind of is a commentary on that, and, so the main character, he's very much overworked, and it's like, "Man, if only the apocalypse happened, then I wouldn't have to go to work tomorrow." And then the zombie apocalypse
No.
happens,
That's
and he
funny.
makes a
I
bucket
love
list of,
that.
like, fun things he wants to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's ironic, it's funny, but it's sad. I don't know
yeah.
how it ends, but
It ends
I can assume the worst, I think.
it ends decently, I would say.
Okay.
There's also a
That gives
zombie
me hope.
shark.
Yeah. Zombie
Zombie
shark.
shark. Yeah, zombie shark.
Okay. Play.
Yep. Zombie shark, doo 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 doo.
Zombie shark doo 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 doo. Zombie shark doo 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 doo. Zombie shark.
Yeah. That's one of the more, like, wholesome animes, I would say.
Yeah, I think I'd agree.
Yeah. There's also a German girl that is pretty much just there for the fan service.
There has to be somebody who's just there for fan service.
Yeah.
It's just the law.
But she is still pretty cool because 'cause she's
Cool.
got full on samurai armor.
Okay,
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Well,
Anyway, I think we have reached the end of our
yep,
anime adventures for now.
yep.
We should we should have the end card be like the end of card captor Sakura where like freaking Kebusora was like, "I'm with Kimu, fun facts with Kimu," and then we have a little flying guy. Have you seen Card Captor Sakura? You have not. You don't know what I'm
I
talking
don't
about.
think so.
Man, boy oh boy, is it adorable until you get to like episode 8, and there is a teacher-student relationship between a 5th grader and like a man in his 20s.
Oh,
Crazy. Again, different time. Same stuff happens in
yeah,
Sailor Moon, but
yeah.
it's like, gosh,
Like,
could they
guys,
not be like
come on.
14? Like, can we like at least be like 14, 15, 16,
Yeah.
please?
Ugh.
Like, guys. But anyway, we love magical girl animes.
Yep.
Hooray! Nothing ever goes wrong.
Yeah.
Everything goes wrong in a magical girl anime. But anyway, we have reached the end of our programming, my friends. Hope you
Yep.
enjoyed it. What are some of your favorite animes? Anything you want us to watch, maybe add to our list?
Yeah.
We may or may not ignore it to watch our comfort animes again for the 80th time, but
Yeah. It's getting close to
I
time to
know.
watch Cyberpunk Edge Runners again.
Oh, you can feel it brewing.
Yep. It's coming. The yearly rewatch.
Oh, the yearly devastation.
Yep. Gotta remind myself where I'm at.
God. We just finished Haikyuu, so I don't know. We're waiting on season 3 of Horimiya to finish season
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Um, Maybe we'll watch JoJo next.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
a good
know.
one. I'm still waiting on them to announce part 7.
Yeah. I've,
'Cause
if
that
Lupin Part 7 doesn't happen, I'll be devastated.
yeah.
But
'Cause JoJo's part 7, it's alternate universe
mm,
in America,
oh,
and there's a there's a big old horse race across the country
That is nuts.
to
That's
find.
awesome.
I believe I haven't read the manga, but I believe it's to basically find the body of Christ.
You saw the cops last time. I live on Route 15. But that sounds sick.
Yeah,
Hey,
and there's the president of the United States
I love
who.
it in animes when they have like world leaders and they're just like the most either the most generic figures they can
Mhm.
or the closest they can get to like imitating the actual world figure
Yeah,
without it being them.
well, it's a JoJoification of America.
That's gonna be awesome to see.
Like the president, whose name is Funny Valentine, has the American flag like scarred on his back.
Oh, God. Oh, we are not ready for that commentary. Okay.
Yeah, apparently, from what I've heard, part 7 is a very, very good part. It's one of the most popular in the manga.
Thanks. I didn't realize JoJo was a thing since like the 80s.
Oh yeah.
Just learned that the other night.
Oh yeah. It's been a thing for a long time, which the Japanese voice actress for Jolene in part 6, like she grew up on JoJo's.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so sweet. Good for That's like a totally full circle moment.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Mhm.
All right,
Well,
friends. Now
for
it is
real this
time.
time.
For real this time, we are signing off, taking the
Yep.
initiative, signing off. My name is Kaylee,
My name's Logan.
and we don't know what we're doing, and we also hope you don't think less of us for being weebs. Okay.
Yay.
Um, hope you enjoyed this episode. I know we did. And then we hope you come back again next time.
Bye.
Bye. Have a great week. Be careful. Bye.